Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of Millionaire Mindset Mornings, where every morning in the month of September at 8 a.m., I come to you live and share with you some tips to help grow your business or your side hustle, especially if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner. And today we are going to talk about how you can multiply your momentum in order to make some money. I'm doing my quick social media checks and then we are going to get into it on today. If you are new here, welcome. I am so glad to have you. I go by Rita the Gold Digger. But if you have been tuning in and watching, please let me know. Put where you've been tuning in from so I can shout you out. All right, it looks like we are good on all fronts. So we're going to go ahead and get into it on today. So, and I will be coming to you every morning in September at 8 a.m. Some days it's a struggle, some days it's better than others. And then also, I just did Tipsy Tuesday on this past Tuesday. We are in our side hustle workshop. And this past workshop was telling you about creating a sales strategy so that you can make some money. So I was dropping some gems. So please be sure to check that out. And upcoming on this Saturday, I will have Side Hustle Saturday for you as well. All right, but let's get into today's topic. This week, we are in week 2 of our Millionaire Mindset Mornings, and our focus has been on money and momentum. So today, for day 11, we're talking about how you can multiply your momentum and how you can turn your one win into many and make money. All right. Because we have to stop treating these small wins like the finish line. Now, I told y'all celebrate the small wins, but sometimes when we get the small wins, we just stop right there and don't keep going. All right. So celebrate those small wins, but keep going and turn them into momentum that makes your victories or helps you to build even bigger victories for you. Okay. So that's what you want to do. When you get those small wins, that's not the end. It's just to keep going, to keep building so that you can achieve the bigger victory. Okay. Because momentum without money, that is just movement. Okay. And we don't want that. We want to have the momentum as well as have the money to go along with the movement. All right. And this is how you're able to turn your wins into wealth. And all of us know that we want to have money, be wealthy, and be able to share the wealth with others. Okay. So let's get into it. Excuse me. I have 3 points to share with you on today. I also have a little bonus point as I was getting things ready. This that came to mind. So I'm going to share that with you too. So let's see. What the first point that we are going to talk about is I mentioned to you, you need to celebrate your wins. But when you celebrate, I need you to cash in. Okay. Celebrate those wins, but also cash in. All right. Because like I said earlier, that momentum, that is cute. That is cute. Very, very cute. But if it's not making money, it's just like I said, it's just like some movement. It's just like cardio. All right. You're moving around, but we need to make some money. So celebrate, but cash in. So recognize your progress, clap for yourself, do all the things, but don't let one victory trick you into being comfortable because that's what will happen. Sometimes we'll get comfortable, like, oh, I'm doing good. No, keep going. Keep that momentum going. All right. And millionaire, if you have a millionaire mindset, you're going to use those wins as stepping stones, not resting spots. Okay. I'm going to say that again. A millionaire mindset is going to use those wins as stepping stones and not resting spots. And I forgot to put the points I'm making in the chat. So let me put point number 1 is celebrate your wins, but cash in on them. Okay. Cash in on those wins and use those millionaire wins as stepping stones and not resting points. Okay. So you want to ask yourself, how can this win unlock the next opportunity? How can this lead me into my next opportunity? All right. So, for example, if you sold out your first 50 candles, you need to celebrate that. All right. Celebrate that, but immediately open up your pre-orders for the next batch. All right. That is a way to turn that momentum into money. Okay. So you made the money, but we're not going to start there. We're going to go ahead and get ready for our next win. So we're going to open up pre-orders. So when you celebrate, your celebration should always come with an offer. All right. So I'm going to put that in the chat. Celebration should always come with an offer. So remember that. And I think also, like I had put down, I want y'all to really, really remember to when you have the millionaire mindset, your wins are stepping stones, not resting spots. Okay. So I'm going to put that in. Small wins are stepping stones, not resting spots. Okay. So that can remind y'all to keep going. But that's what I wanted to mention. That is what I wanted to mention for regarding that first point. All right, yes, it's up there. Okay, so second point I want to make is you need to leverage your wins into visibility. What do I mean by that? You need to share your progress publicly. You need to post about it, talk about it, highlight it in your branding, in your social media. Let's leverage those wins and make yourself more visible because wins attract wins. All right. But let me put point number 2 in. So leverage your wins into visibility. Y'all know I love to leverage stuff. I always say I don't do anything for just one singular reason. It's usually for multiple reasons that I am doing stuff because I'm going to leverage the heck out of whatever I'm doing. All right. So you leverage your wins into visibility. So share your progress publicly because wins attract wins. And also, when people see you winning, your visibility helps create credibility. And this helps to open up new doors to new customers, to clients when people start seeing your receipts. All right. So don't just celebrate privately. I know some of us like to do that. Like, I don't want to brag or anything like that. Don't just celebrate privately. Post those wins, share them, turn your wins into proof of consistency. All right. Show people your receipts, post your testimonials, post behind the scenes. We talked about this on Tipsy Tuesday as well. Post your client results. Let people know how you're winning and how you're helping other people because visibility builds trust and trust will eventually translate into more sales. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Your visibility helps build trust, and your trust will eventually translate into more sales. Okay. So, for example, if you are a business coach or a coach helping someone and your client was successful, you sharing their success isn't you bragging. Okay. That is your marketing. That is what's helping make you be visible. That is proof. All right. And when you show proof, that is what helps you to make sales. All right. So here's what I want you to do. Every time you share a win, end with here's how you can get yours too, and include your link or include whatever you're offering or how they can purchase it or buy it or whatever. Okay. So every time you share a win, include here's how you can get yours too, or here's how you, whatever your product or service is, here's how you can have this transformation too, and post the link so for people to stay connected to you. All right. So leverage those wins into visibility. Excuse me. The third point I have is you need to stack momentum with immediate action. Don't wait. Don't wait. So stack that momentum with immediate action. Let me put that in the chat and then we're going to break that down a little bit more. So point 3, stack momentum with immediate action. Some of y'all wait too long, myself included sometimes, but you got to stack that momentum, all right, and take action. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, so after a win, I want you to do something quickly to help build on it. Don't wait a week. Don't let the energy die down, okay? For example, if you signed your first client, all right, immediately Post about it. Update your website. Do something. Post that testimonial. All right. Include some immediate action. All right. That's what I want you to do, because energy attracts energy. You want to move while the fire is still hot. Y'all remember that saying? So you got to strike while the iron is hot. All right. Because energy attracts energy. All right. So here's another example. If you had awesome and amazing event or a live event, or you were on live or you were on a Zoom or something like that, and everything went well, see how you can package it up and put that in a replay bundle or something like that for people to get as a bonus, or a VIP day with you or something like that. That's how you act immediately and stack that momentum. Okay. So wins are windows. All right. The longer you wait, the smaller the window gets. Okay. Please, please, please remember that. Your wins are windows. So when you first have that big win, you have a big window. But the longer you wait, the smaller that window gets, because you stop being top of mind for people. Okay. Just like, and people have other things going on too. All right. So just like with sports teams, when they have a win, they're celebrating, they're excited, they're happy about it. But if they don't keep building on that momentum, the next game, they don't knock out another win. If it ends up in a loss, some people gonna forget about that other win that they had. Okay, so just remember, energy attracts energy, and you need to stack your momentum with immediate action. Now, I told you I had a bonus tip for you, so let me get into this bonus tip, and then we're gonna be wrapping it up. So the bonus tip I have is for you to use the domino effect rule. So what I mean is, one win should knock over the next domino, meaning it should create a new win for you. So just like dominoes, when you're in the dominoes, if you push a domino, it's going to hit this one, this one, this one. So if you use the domino effect rule, every win you have, it should help you knock over or knock down the next win in your business. Okay. So always ask, what's the next domino this win can knock down? All right. What's the next domino this win can knock down? And this, whatever the next domino is, it should also make you more money, or be in position to bring you in more money, more clients in that regard. Okay. So you want to stack the wins with the domino effect. So here's an example of using the domino effect. If you get a speaking gig, and this kind of goes back to leveraging as well. So basically the domino effect is you just leveraging those wins. Okay. So if you get a speaking engagement, this should lead to either more speaking engagements, either workshops, if you have a book sales, if you're trying to get people to buy your product, whatever it is. So you have to leverage that domino, that opportunity you have is a win, but it should lead to other wins for you and other opportunities for you. So that's what the domino effect is. All right. So you don't just want to stop at that one opportunity. You want to be able to multiply it into more opportunities. So you can ask yourself, how can I monetize the next domino this win knocked down? That's what you want to do. All right. So that was the bonus tip I had for you. Now, as always, I always have a millionaire action step, but real quick, I'm going to recap the 3 points as well as the bonus point that we covered today. So this is all about multiplying your momentum so you can turn it into money. So the first point I had was to celebrate your small wins, but make sure you cash in. Don't stop there. Okay. Don't stop at the small win. The second point I had was you need to leverage your wins into visibility. So show proof that people are winning with what you have. All right. And leverage that. Make it visible. The third one is to stack your momentum with immediate action. So when you have a win, don't wait too long. Go ahead, strike while the iron's hot to go into your next win. And then the bonus tip I had was to use the domino effect rule. Whatever win you have or whatever opportunity you have, it should lead to your next opportunity, your next sale, your next payment or paid gig or whatever it is. All right. That is what the domino effect is. All right. So your action step for today is I want you to write down your last win. It can be big or small, and brainstorm one action step within the next 24 hours. Because like I said, we're going to strike while the iron is hot, because hopefully your last win wasn't like months ago. But even so, we're going to see how we can use that as the momentum. So brainstorm one action step that you can take within 24 hours to multiply that win. Okay. And if you had multiple wins, take two and see how you can multiply it. Okay. So write it down, whether it's big or small, and see what is one way I can make money from this. How can I translate this into more money for myself? So, an example, y'all know I love to give you examples. So, if you got 100 new followers, how can you market to those followers? Can you sell them something that you're offering? Can you ask them a poll and see what they like, what they don't like, so that you can help tailor your next offer? So, think of it that way. Or if you made $100 from an offer that you have, set a goal so that you can turn it into $300, or I don't know, $200, because now you're thinking about, oh, I can create a bundle. This went over really, really well. Let's see how I can bundle things together. All right. So that is what I have for you. Oh, what's up, April? Excuse me. She says, good morning. I finally made one. No worries, girl. I'm glad you were able to make one. It is early for me as well. I still got to get ready for work. Um, but I'm going to wrap it up. So just remember that wins are not finish lines. They are launch pads. All right. So you got to keep stacking, keep moving, and keep multiplying. But I'm going to put that in the chat really quick. Wins are not finish lines. They are launch pads. All right. So please, please, please remember that. What is it launching you to? Is it taking you to your next level? And momentum will be your best friend, okay? Because momentum is more than just motivation. It can be a money-making machine if you are making the right moves, all right? So turn every single win, turn all that momentum into a cash flowing system, so that you can be seen as credible and so that it can help build your consistency, all right? And tomorrow, we are talking about how to build speed and secure the bag without burning out. Because I know you're probably like, girl, this is a lot. I got to build momentum, do all this. And I don't want y'all to burn out. I don't want y'all to stop. Okay. So we're going to talk about building speed and securing the bag while avoiding burnout. Okay. Because it doesn't mean anything if you have momentum if you're exhausted trying to do it. Okay. So remember to like, subscribe, tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. And on Saturday, as I mentioned earlier, I will be doing Side Hustle Saturday, and I will be posting. I'm going to get the poll posted to see what y'all want me to talk about for Side Hustle Saturday, as well later today once some stuff calms down and I can get settled at work. All right, but until next time, what's up, Still Rocks? I'm glad. Oh, some of my A1s, A1s joined. Glad to see you. Glad y'all were able to hop on because I know it's early in the morning. And if it's too early, y'all can always catch the replay because some days your girl is struggling to make it as well. All right, take care, guys. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.